and adults with autism, and a school called the Boston Higashi School, well known. Give us a perspective of the Boston Higashi School.
Well, our speaker today, Dr. Bauman, and I are on the advisory committee for that school. It's a very unique place. It's outside of Boston. It's a wonderful school. It serves about 300 individuals with autism there. Its program is designed after the much larger Higashi program that's in Japan. It's been used as a model school for many other programs with autism, and I think what you'll hear today will be very fascinating to our viewers.
Excellent. And we're going to go to Deb Donovan, who is the principal at the Boston Higashi School. We recorded her earlier in a Skype interview. It'll be about 7 minutes. Give you some time to register in if you haven't done it yet, and then we'll go to Dr. Bauman. So let's go to the video of the Boston Higashi School. Deb Donovan, principal of the Boston Higashi School. Hi, I'm Dave Gardy here from WebAbleTV studios near Washington, D.C. in preparation for our Autism Awareness Day webcast coming up April 2nd, the latest advances in early diagnosis and intervention for children with autism spectrum disorders, where we'll have Dr. Margaret Bauman and, of course, Lee Grossman, the Autism Society past president and CEO. And with me on Skype right now, coming to us from Boston, is Deb Donovan, who's principal of the Boston Higashi School. Thank you for joining us, Deb.
Thanks for having me.
Give us an overview of what the Boston Higashi School is all about.
Well, the Boston Higashi School is a specialty school that educates children and young adults with autism. We're licensed to service children between the ages of 3 to 22. Today, my youngest student is 5, and my oldest student is 22. The school had its genesis in Japan. The mother school was started by a woman named Dr. Kaio Kitahara close to 50 years ago, using a unique methodology called daily life therapy. Dr. Kitahara began her school with a kindergarten and rising all the way up to a specialized high school. And within that school, she had an international division. And within that international division were many students from the United States. So at the behest of Dr. Jerome Kagan from Harvard, at the time, Michael and Kitty Dukakis, Michael was our governor, they worked with Dr. Kitahara to bring the school to the United States, and lucky for us, she chose Boston. So we're here, and this is our 27th year in operation. We're both a day and residential school for students with autism.
Excellent. Now, why would a parent consider the Boston Higashi School for their child?
Well, Dave, it's interesting that you asked me that question because I chose this school for my own son. I'm the parent of a young man, a proud graduate of Boston Higashi School. So when I chose the school, I looked with my head as an educator, but of course as a mom, I looked with my heart. I wanted a place that provided a comprehensive education. I wanted some place that was centered on students. I wanted a school where we referred to children with autism, not autistic children. What was important to me was that this would be a school that could provide for students in early childhood all the way up through budding adulthood.
Now, how is Boston Higashi School different from other programs?
Well, we are a unique program. As I said to you, we use the methodology of daily life therapy. We are not an ABA school. The best way for me to describe daily life therapy is it's a positive behavioral intervention program using a naturalistic environment. Our students are exposed to vigorous physical exercise. We do a lot of work building relationships and emotional bonding, and also we're keen on intellectual stimulation as well. The arts play a very important part in how you spend your day here at Boston Higashi School. Also, in our residential program is located on campus. Our residential staff are trained using the same methodology that our day teachers use. So it's comprehensive programming that covers the whole day, and it also covers every aspect of child growth and development.
What is a typical profile for a student attending your program?
So, in the morning, every day, our students start their day jogging, and our teachers jog with our students as well. Then we have an opening meeting where students get together. We also travel back to our classrooms. The classes are about 40 minutes, and we break up the day using physical movement and exercise as well as sitting in your chair. We use a lot of technology here. Our students benefit from the rich, wide variety of activities. Our staff have strong emotional bonds, and the one thing I want to say about Boston Higashi School is this is a place of possibility, and it's fun. Kids have fun. There's excitement in the air here, and we're focused on not only what is challenging for you, but what you can do and how you work within a group. You help your friends help you. And again, most people think that persons affected with autism don't want relationships. They do. They just don't know how to have those relationships. So we're about socializing kids who find it difficult to socialize.
How did you come to know Dr. Bauman?
Oh, Dr. Bauman. I first met Dr. Bauman 20 years ago. She was the person who initially diagnosed my son with autism. Then I had the opportunity I tried to attend every conference that she spoke at because I just am so in awe of the work that she has done through the years to really understand autism. And then here at Boston Higashi School, Dr. Bauman serves on our advisory board. So it was just such a thrill for me to be a consumer and then to also have the opportunity to partner with her and work on behalf of Boston Higashi School.
Now, what motivated you to work at Boston Higashi School?
So I had a long career in public education, and I was moving on to do some training of administrators, and the school came to me and asked, would I come? And I said, oh, wow, I don't know if I could come, but all right, I'll come for 6 months. Well, that was, 5-6 years ago, and I'm still here. Because Boston Higashi School is filled with possibility, and we just never give up. We're thinking about the now, but we're also working on the next. It was a wonderful opportunity for me. I had been, as I said, a long career in public education. I had been a general education teacher. I'd been a special education teacher, a special education administrator, a reading teacher, a counselor, and a principal. So I felt like all the stars sort of aligned because all those paths that I had walked before enabled me to put it all together to come here to work at the cause of my heart, Boston Higashi School. I did not come to be my son's principal. My son left here after 3 years after I was here, and he was quite independent and in knowing when he had his routine and I should have mine. So again, that's why I came to Boston Higashi School, to really to grow as a person and to pay it back and pay it forward.
Excellent. Well, we really appreciate the time you've taken to give us your perspective of the Boston Higashi School. We've been speaking with Deb Donovan, who's principal of the school. It's an international program serving children and young adults with autism. Thank you again for joining us, Deb.
Thanks for having me.
I'm Dave Gardy here in preparation for the April 2nd webcast on WebAbleTV from our studios near Washington, D.C. Thank you for joining us.